episode. Your confidence controls your destiny. I don't think y'all heard me when I said that. I said your confidence controls your destiny. See, in life, I lost a few jobs, man. I got fired from a few jobs. And it was a couple jobs that I got fired on that I liked. A couple of those jobs that I got fired on, I really needed those jobs to pay the bills. In life, a couple times, relationships failed that I wanted to work, but it failed. But what I realized, in the midst of me losing those jobs, losing those relationships, it's natural for us as human beings to panic. It's natural for us as human beings to be fearful of the future. Few times that happened with me. Few times that happened when I lost the job and I was fearful of the future. Fearful of the future. A few times some relationships didn't work out and I was fearful of the future. I was worried. I panicked. Then I calmed down. Calmed down by talking to myself. Also talking to a couple other people who had experience in the same situations I was going through. Someone in particular was Cadillac. Cadillac, my mentor. One time I got fired from a job. And he saw me walking home all sad. He said, "Young blood, what's wrong?" I said, "Cadillac, man, I just got fired, man." He said, "Oh man, sorry to hear that." I said, where you was working at?" This when I was working at the airport. I fucking love this job at the airport, son. I got to meet bitches. I got to chill out with my friends. I got to meet celebrities. Fucking love this job at the airport. But they fired my ass. And I got fired for arguing with a bitch. Cause this bitch that I was arguing with, she was like a supervisor. She was like a higher up. And this bitch was talking slick to me. So I checked her ass. As a result, I got fired. But that's neither here nor there. But I really liked that motherfucking job. And I was real down. I'm like, damn, yo. But Cadillac told me, he said, "Young blood, it's gonna be alright. Don't worry about it. You're gonna get another job. Don't even sweat it." Cadillac was right. I wound up getting another job. And then a few times I was in relationships. Didn't work out. I wanted those relationships to work out, but it didn't. And that's when Cadillac picked me up again. He said, "Young blood, don't worry about it. You'll get another bitch and don't fool." I said, yeah, Cadillac, you right, son. And he was right. I got another bitch. So what I noticed is that my confidence was attached to my destiny. Because you gotta understand something. When you in a storm, you can either keep fighting in a storm, weather that motherfucking storm, or you can fall down to your knees like a little bitch and submit to that motherfucking storm and make it worse. But I don't want you to do that. Because by you bowing out, falling down, submitting to that storm, you're going to make it not only worse for the situation, but nigga, you're going to make it worse on yourself, nigga. See, when I went through my storms and I weathered the storm, although those storms wasn't something I would intentionally put myself through, nigga, I came out stronger, nigga. I came out with more confidence, nigga. I said, that shit might shake me, but that shit can't break me, nigga. And that's the same thing with y'all niggas. Some of y'all motherfuckers out here going through a motherfucking storm. Lost a job. Going through a breakup. Going through some health problems. Going through some money situations. I want you niggas to go through that storm. Weather that motherfucking storm, nigga. That storm might shake you, but don't let that storm break you. And the reason why you gotta weather that motherfucking storm, let me tell you why you gotta weather through this motherfucking storm, son. Because now, when I go through other storms, you know what I do? I just look in the past. I look at my past storms and I say to myself, if I got through those motherfucking storms, God damn it, I could get through this motherfucking storm. If those storms couldn't stop me, this storm can't stop me. And that's the same approach. That's the same motherfucking approach y'all gotta take going through your storms. You gotta say, that last storm ain't stopped me, and the next storm ain't gonna stop me. You gotta be mentally unstoppable. Whatever comes your way, you gotta say, I'ma overcome this shit. I'ma get through this shit. See, I'm not religious. I'm not religious at all. But you gotta have faith. Some church folks would say, walk by faith and not by sight. Think about what I just said. When you go through a storm, you gotta walk by faith and not by sight. See, check this out. When you going through a storm, by sight, it's gonna look bad. By sight, it's gonna look like you can't go through this shit. By sight, it's gonna look like this gonna defeat you. But you gotta walk by faith and not by sight. See, you gotta see the sight is what's gonna discourage you. The sight is what's gonna make you panic. The sight is what's gonna make you scared and worry. But you gotta walk by faith. Because the faith, your heart is gonna say, yeah, it might look bad, but tomorrow gonna get better. It might look bad, but next week it's gonna get better. It might look bad, but next month is gonna get better. It might look bad, but next year it's gonna get better. This is why you gotta walk by faith and not by sight. And this is why you hear the saying, seeing is believing. Brothers and sisters, you gotta see yourself going through these motherfucking storms and getting through these motherfucking storms. This is where you gotta walk by faith and not by sight. This is where you gotta say to your mind, I'ma be strong, nigga. Now, it's not easier. It's easier said than done. But this is where you gotta be disciplined enough and not be fooled by the situation at hand to the point it discourages you. See, you gotta understand, a storm ain't nothing but a bully. Hear me out. A storm ain't nothing but a bully that's trying to bully you in the playground. Remember that bully in the playground? playground, you were scared of that motherfucker. You were scared to fight that nigga, right? But what happened when you finally stood up to that bully? He wasn't as intimidating anymore, was he? When you finally stood up to that bully, you wasn't afraid of him like you used to be, was you? That's the same with life storms. Storms come into your life to bully you. Storms come into your life to discourage you. Storms come into your life to strip you of your confidence. That's why you gotta walk by faith and not by sight. See, anybody who's not going through a storm right now, I want you to listen and listen to me very carefully. Now is the time to build your confidence. You need to be building your confidence. Build that shit up. So when you come across an obstacle, you can say, nigga, I got this. The next time when you do get fired from a job, you say, it's okay, I'll get another job. I got this. The next time when you do go through a breakup, when you break up with your boyfriend, or females, females, you break up with your boyfriend, men, you break up with your girlfriend, you can be like, I'll get somebody else. I got this. That's what you gotta say. You gotta build your confidence to the versus, oh, I'm done. See, this is how a lot of people get depressed. This is how a lot of people become miserable because they don't want to say, I got this. This is how a lot of people become very sad and down because they haven't built up enough confidence. Every storm, every obstacle that comes their way just knocks them down. And they can't get back up. Not because they can't get back up, because inside they already defeated. The sight alone already defeated them. The sight of the storm, that sight alone already defeated them. This is why y'all cannot get defeated by the storm. Instead, learn how to be a storm fighter. Learn how to be an obstacle overcomer. That's what you gotta do. So in closing, let me say it again. Your confidence controls your destiny. Whatever you might be going through out